We are live now. You can speak. You're allowed to.
Good morning. Good morning.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah. Good morning.
No, I don't have clearance.
Chauncey, Satanist. Good morning, everybody.
Nice.
We're Steve
Mm-hmm.
and Matt.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone. I'm slightly groggy, but I don't travel well, so I think I slept 20 hours yesterday.
Harry, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello,
everybody.
What's going on?
Did you enjoy your visits?
Actually, I'll tell you this. It was a good visit.
Good.
It wasn't like I had a good record shopping experience, but I actually didn't really go out all the time I was there looking. The one place I like to go, the guy was on vacation, so it was closed. So I felt like I rested. I actually felt like the last week I rested. I was relaxed, and yes. Good. I was out of my environment. I was in a location that had full-blown air conditioning, which is, even though I don't have it here, is like my favorite thing. One of my favorite things is air conditioning.
Was it warm? I heard it was great weather.
Actually, the first part of it was slightly warm. It wasn't overly humid, which one thing you could say living on at least the West Coast, but definitely California, is we don't really have humidity. That's why I prefer to live here.
Right.
But we had a rain and it broke, and I think on like Thursday or Wednesday it dropped, like it was in the 80s or 70s for some reason. So
we don't have lightning bugs out here on the West Coast either.
No, there were no lightning bugs. I think they thrive when it's like humid and
cicadas.
I haven't seen any, but yeah, it was a great experience. I got to see pretty much my whole family, so we all had a good time. I didn't get to go to Buc-ee's because it was over 2.5 hours away.
Oh, geez.
But word is out that they're building a Buc-ee's closer to Northern Virginia, which it will probably only be 40 minutes away. And hopefully they'll build that one. It's like Stanford, Virginia is sort of halfway between DC and Richmond. If they build that one, I will definitely be there.
I need a bag of Beaver Nuggets.
I mean, I heard they're building one in Utah. I would assume they're going to build one in California in the near future. They have to.
It was only 114 degrees in Phoenix yesterday.
114.
See, here's the thing about Phoenix. It is always that hot, but there's no humidity. If you go in the shade, and then the first time I started going to Phoenix was about 25 years ago, and they have these misters everywhere. So you're in the shade and these misters are spraying on you. That helps you at least be outside and tolerate the heat.
Yeah, that works.
You know, it's funny. We used to go to Phoenix, and if you go Phoenix out of season is the summer, right? Everyone goes there during the winter to go golfing and everything. As far as the areas of Phoenix that are resorts, like Scottsdale. So we used to go there in the summer, and we would get good deals at these resorts. And some of them were like older, like it felt like you're in the 60s. And they had those old fangled ice machines, like the big giant ones. And I kind of thought that's where the term "put them on ice" came from, because you can fit a whole body in those things.
Yeah.
The worst place to go during the summertime is like Texas, Houston, Texas. You can't even breathe outside. New Orleans. I've been in New Orleans during the summer. It is horrible.
I've been in New Orleans in July a couple times, and it's like you're swimming outside.
But here, the reverse of it, being like in Kansas City in the winter, you can't. It's horrible. It's so cold.
Really?
I one time went into my hotel room, came out, and my car was encased in ice. So
You and
have
Jerry
to
Butler.
somehow get your way into the car and let it run for like an hour to just be
Steve?
able to drive it.
Steve's not eating his Beaver Nuggets. I don't understand.
You want a bag of Beaver Nuggets, Jim?
Yeah, my neighbor went to Texas, brought back a bunch of stuff from Bucky's Fudge, but the Beaver Nuggets, whew, I like the regular.
Are they like peanut butter flavored, or are they like a cheese kind of thing?
No, they're not a cheese. They're a slightly sweet and salty. It's just perfect.
Well, they're nuts. What do you expect?
Yeah. Beaver balls, I think.
I like this weather today here, Harry. I like it's kind of cool, but
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get rain.
I think I came back to a heat
I think
wave
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to rain. I'm leaving to Chicago tomorrow.
It's only 59 degrees here right now.
Nice. It's nice.
I've been in Chicago during the late summer.
It's hot there. Yeah.
No, I've been in there during the late summer. It's sort of like San Francisco, where some sort of cold came off that lake and just it was cold in the city.
Well, it's going to be
get a little bell like they
80s
have
to 90 this week. So in Chicago,
it's going to be 90s to 100 down here. It's 64 right now. It's going to be 95, 35 degrees.
Old man talking about the weather.
The weather, and it makes my knees get all creaky.
Well, what are the reviews on the Grateful Dead weekend?
Okay, there's a guy I just discovered on YouTube, and he went through it. A really honest review. He said the good, bad, and the ugly of it. Bobby forgets lyrics even with a teleprompter. Everything is too slow. There were highlights. When you get in the groove, they're nice. My whole thing with the Dead, as much as I love the Dead, aside, I'm not going to even get into the idea of them in the park. You saw my video, how I feel about that. And I'm not against them playing anywhere else. But I saw the clip Morning Dew with Sturgill Simpson singing. That was great. The Dead need a ringer, a singer. And Sturgill is like a cool, deeper voice for the Dead.
Yeah,
I thought he was great.
So it's a Dead cover band.
Wait,
yeah.
There's two guys I mix up. Sturgill Simpson's sort of that old country guy, right?
Well, he's a country, alt country, because he goes into rock and soul. Yeah. But
There's the other
he's 50. He's 52.
Who's the other?
Billy Strings.
He's some guy who sometimes puts 3 albums out a year, right?
Yeah. Well, he did 2 bluegrass albums during the pandemic. He did these kind of crossover, proggy, country, soulful records.
But what's the other? Is it who? There's another guy. Is it Nathaniel Hawthorne or some other guy who seems similar to me?
Yeah, I like Sturgill Simpson a lot, but. There apparently my friend lives in the Haight, literally 3 blocks from Amoeba, and he said it was a zoo.
Yeah,
he said it was pretty good. He goes, a lot of people with beards, old white people with gray hair and beards, but apparently the events that took place, like at McLaren Park in San Francisco, Jerry Garcia Day on his birthday, the things that were not part of the regular show off around the city were some cool stuff, some great stuff. So, I think it came off well. And some people got in at the last minute for $40, so there were some deals. I heard it was
how many people were at the show?
60,000 a day,
and it was probably majority of the same people because they're all dead.
Yeah, probably the Polo Fields. But every time I've been to a show at the Polo Fields, it's been a free show.
How many shows did they do?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh.
Billy Strings opened once, Sturgill opened once, and Trey from Fish and his band opened. And then they would play. Phil Lesch's son sang Boxer Rain. I heard a few clips. Some of them are okay. Nothing great. I heard. I mean, I didn't stream the whole thing. It just seemed very sluggish and very kind of like, that thing.
I agree.
They were that. It was just a standard show, like a 3 or 4 hour show, right?
Yeah, but and there's some apparently, the people who know like they didn't do The Other, they didn't do Dark Star. So there's some key songs they didn't do. But to me, I think a lot of people liked, was it last year whenever they did the Sphere series? That kind of works for the Dead, and I understand people paying a lot of money for something like that because that's an experience that goes beyond the music. I think I haven't been to the Sphere, but I heard people went to the Sphere, loved it. So to me, if you're going to pay, that's the thing. And I don't know.
There's
I'd
another
go
thing
there to see somebody.
There's
I
another
don't
thing
know
that
who.
happened in LA over the weekend here that I had friends go, and I've seen a lot on social media, and that's that Jesus Christ Superstar show. I recommend, if you haven't seen any clips from it, go watch, because it looked.
Don't tell me how it
Is-
ends.
Did he come back?
No, do you guys not know about the show
Okay.
they did?
No.
It was Cynthia Ravo as Jesus, Adam Lambert. There was a bunch of like people, but it looked the performances I saw on social media looked amazing.
I absolutely love Jesus Christ Superstar, but in this day and
Andrew
age, where we are right now, no, thank you.
Andrew Lloyd Webber was there, and people
Nice.
freaked out about the show. They did 3 separate shows. I think Josh Gad
So it's the
had
55th anniversary.
Josh Gad had COVID. He was supposed to be in it, and then at the last second, John Stamos came in for him. But then I think the last 2 shows, Josh Gad might have come on. But yeah, I had friends who went, and they said it was amazing.
I actually kind of
Didn't
like
that come out in 72 or 71?
1970.
In fact, Ted Neely, and I think Harry's line that he always gives is, "I thought he was dead." Ted Neely, who I thought was dead, came out and said that he went to the show.
He came back.
He went to the show and said she was amazing, like she was better than him. Or I don't know if
think
right
Ian Gillan was the best one, better than Ted Neely. Of course,
I
he
agree.
wasn't. He was only on the record. The first one's the better than the movie version. But I liked what about 5 years ago there was that live taping where Alice Cooper played did
Herod?
the Judas or not Judas tune that you are the Christ, King Herod song.
That's what Josh Gad did. Go watch. Go just type it in. Like you'll see the clips all over the place.
Okay.
But
The Music Never Stopped was a good film, by the way, if nobody's seen that.
What is
about
it?
It's called The Music Never Stopped.
Documentary.
No, it's about a father and his son who don't get along at all. The father hates the kid's music. The kid loves the Grateful Dead. He ends up like in a coma or something, and when he comes out of the coma, he can't speak or react to anything. And then they play the French national anthem, and he gets all excited. So the dad brings it in and plays it. But the reason he gets excited is because it's the intro to All You Need Is Love. And anyways, it turns into a big Grateful Dead thing, and the father and son get along.
Harry, I tested that movie.
I went to a test viewing in Bellevue. They had free tickets, so I went. It was good. I liked it.
Well,
who's the guy that's in it? Who played the dad?
That bald actor who played Jonah Jameson, and
he was in Whiplash. He was a drum instructor in Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. So I think we did a screening in Kansas City of it. I remember I did it like a freelance gig.
How did the crowds react?
Actually, I mean, a movie, the best testing movie is not a hit. The worst testing movie could be a hit. Yeah, I don't think it played all that great. And it's more kind of an independent movie that found its audience. It was not a bad movie. It's just not a movie that, works within the confines of surveying people and stuff like that. So I can remember testing Oscar-winning movies that tested horribly. So it's not a exact science.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is a good actor.
Yeah, he's therapist number 3 on the Law and Order series.
He made a few independent comedies over the last 5 or 10 years that are very funny. I can't think of them. There are 2 that are kind of very similar to each other, where it's him with a younger actor. So he's a good utility director, actor.
I got to go get my dog. She won't quit barking. Hang on.
I'll tell you, generally, when I've ever tested a musically themed movie, they don't test that great for some reason.
Specific audience. There are people that just don't like musicals.
Well, I'll tell you a movie. The best testing experience I've been at positive, the musical version of Hairspray. When we tested that movie, it was like one of the highest testing movies. And I don't think it did all that great in the box office, but people just loved that film.
I can't think of any of the movies I saw. Those tests.
That's the onside of a problem you need to deal with.
Are there vitamins for it or
no? Shock treatment.
So I know you're a fan of it, Rob, but the reviews for the Naked Gun are not good.
Well,
actually, the reviews are really good.
Hold on one second. Here's
Depends
one
on
thing.
who you listen.
90%.
No. Here's one thing I've realized about you, Harry. When you don't like something or you perceive not liking something, you really try and drag it down with you. I saw the Naked Gun movie. It was not the best. I would give it maybe.
That's all I'm saying.
No, hold on. I would give it a 6 or 7. It's definitely worth watching. I would say if it comes on streaming, you definitely watch it. But your whole take on things is odd. It's actually getting really well reviewed.
There's one clip I saw.
The reviews I'm reading are that it's miscast.
No, well, it's
they don't
not,
like either.
Well,
they don't like either.
Hold on. If you think about it, if I told you about the first Naked Gun movie, that it has O.J. Simpson in it and George Kennedy, you would say, I don't want to see those people. Okay. So let me finish, Mazzy. The whole thing about these spoof films is it has very little to do the casting. It's about the writing and how the jokes are set up and all that. So it's fine. The cast is fine. Maybe one actor, they should have, the guy who plays his peer, I wish they kind of cast like George Kennedy, someone maybe older and equal to Liam Neeson, but it's not miscast.
I saw a clip on some sort of a clip. It was fucking hysterical.
The film generated, here's from the New York Times. The film generated neither blockbuster nor belly flop, received $17 million, but the film has received strong reviews, a 90% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and an A- grade on Cinema Score and exit pollings. So that's pretty good.
So
yeah, it is.
They think it's going to build.
Let me give you the breakdown of evaluation of a film post its release. Not because market research companies I've worked for do the exit polling and stuff like that. So these Cinema Score is when they hand you a card when you walk out of the film and you like rip off a corner, you give it an A, B, C, or D grade. That A, having an A Cinema Score speaks to strong word of mouth. So the film made 17. It overperformed. I think they were tracking it at 14 or 15 million. So it did overperform. If it goes into the second weekend and has a 60% drop, well, then maybe Harry's take on it might be more correct. But the fact that those films, it's funny to me that Naked Gun movies did well internationally, which seems odd because a lot of the jokes are very America-centric reference. But those jokes seem to do well internationally, those films. The fact that the movie did as well internationally as it did here, and the movie only cost less than $50 million to make, which is cheap. So I say it's going to do well enough for them to make another one.
Yeah, and Marcus, Liam is not playing the same character as Leslie Nielsen. He's playing his son.
Yeah, but as prototypical characters in this kind of thing, he's playing the same character.
Yeah, it's a different, it's a similar type. You know what's a good, I think a good, I blanked out on the guy's name. The British writer who wrote Peaky Blinders got tapped to write the new James Bond.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, well, he got tapped. Do they use that script? We don't know.
The rumor is that the new Bond may be a female.
No.
Shut the front door.
Never. Double D7.
That's 100. Yeah.
Are you watching Fox now, Harry?
It's amazing the type of jokes you
Harry
make.
seems like he's got his Fox.
And you don't even want to come close to seeing the Naked Gun movie. That's
Oh, I'll
what's
see it when it streams. Just like I watched 10 minutes of Happy Gilmore 2 and I said that's enough.
Well, I liked Happy Gilmore too.
But I haven't seen the first one, so that may
Well,
have a
I
reason
don't
for
think
it.
you need to see the first one to like the second one. That's not the case. They do enough story references that you don't need to. I think that golfer John Daly steals that movie. If you watch it just for him, it's hysterical. But I think already the Naked Gun movie worldwide has made its budget. I think that gives them enough.
They'll make money. They'll make money.
They're going to make another one.
And plus, when it goes to streaming, it's going to be popular.
Plus, what it does is it gives the other three movies more.
The best movie of the last year and a half or so, or 2 years, is Sisu.
No, it is actually. This is where I'll disagree with you, Mazzy. I thought that movie was just okay.
They're making Sisu 2 already, so
yeah. Well, because it was made in another country, and they probably
finished direct, and he got tapped for some major American.
It was probably made for under $5 million.
It's a beautiful looking film. As long as they kill Nazis.
As far as an older man revenge movie, it is not even close.
Great.
There's so many better films than that.
I just saw it with Michelle this week, and she hadn't seen it, and it was my third time.
What's the name of it?
SISU. So it takes place in World War II.
It's a revenge movie. It's a revenge movie.
But it's against Nazis. Anytime you're revenging Nazis, the minefield.
One of my favorite revenge movies was Straw Dogs.
Very violent. It's like a Quentin Tarantino film.
Harry, that was over 50. That was 50 years ago. There's so many.
Still stands today.
As a modern kind of old guy revenge movie, Taken is good. It's good, but that's a Luc Besson. That's a Luc Besson movie, and Luc Besson made a bunch of movies kind of similar to that.
Sisu is shot like an art film. It's beautifully photographed. This is
if you like people being vaporized.
Yes. Nazis, yes. Nazis should always be vaporized.
I'm a big fan of uber violent kind of action revengey movies. I'll give you a movie that probably no one's seen. You should go watch it. It's a movie called Running Scared with Paul Walker. It's directed by Wayne Kramer, who did the Cooler. That movie is good. If you guys haven't seen it,
is excellent too. That's one of the first violent. Well, no. The first
is Sam Peckinpah still alive?
Who?
Sam Peckinpah?
No.
Died in the 80s or something.
See, I thought he died a long time ago.
You know what I like is what's the movie? I think it's his last movie. I have it on DVD. It's the one where they all meet up at the house. And it's very paranoia film, the Peckinpah film.
The Osterman Weekend?
Yes. It's kind of a tacky looking film, but it's a great psychological thriller of paranoia. And a whole group of great actors in it.
Jimmy Page did the second Death Wish movie, and I think they used that music in maybe the rest of them.
So was Death Wish like one of the first revenge movies?
No. I mean, in that style, maybe, but in the 60s, late 60s, there was
wasn't Straw Dogs before? That's not really revenge.
Like Billy Jack. The first Billy Jack movie, Born Losers. There was a lot of those biker revenge movies, but it started a whole new genre of maybe grade Z movies that came would go straight to video. There's tons in the 80s of straight to video movies like that. I mean, so after Death Wish, some of the really good is Vigilante. There's a movie called Vigilante. I think it was with Robert Forster. There's one with Tom Skerritt that's really good.
Hey! What did I do to piss off Jeff E?
Dirty Harry's an action movie. Dirty Harry's
not really a revenge
movie. It's an action movie, but the early 70s are littered with those kinds of films, like Death Wish.
Last House on the Left.
That's a horror movie.
Well, it's also a revenge movie, isn't it?
Well, It's more a horror film. There's Psycho Cop.
You know what? This is bullshit. There's a company in Nashville called Tiny Vinyl that's putting out 4-inch vinyl records, 4 minutes on each side. You can put it in your pocket.
Can you play it on a regular? Do you need a special record player?
You can play it on a record
Are
player.
those the ones that they're selling at Target?
Yeah, 4 inches. Doja, Rolling Stones, Sinatra, Lola, Keith Urban, Britney Spears.
$15 a piece.
Yeah, $15 a piece. They say they're environmentally friendly. Such bullshit. Yeah, well, good luck to those guys, Tiny Vinyl. And the thing of it is that the Doja Cat that they're doing 20 years from now, that's going to be worth $16.
What was the movie where people would go to an island and they found out they were being hunted?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
From like 1970 or
The Naked Prey or something.
There's an Australian. Okay. There's a great documentary, Harry. I highly recommend you watch it, called Not Quite Hollywood. It's about the history of the Australian genre film industry when they had a film code, and I think in the early 70s they changed the film code and allowed people to basically make what they want. So it's littered with horror, sex comedies, and especially great action movies. So there is an Australian film called Turkey Shoot. I think it has another name, with Steve, the guy from the Stuntman, Steve, what's his face? Where that's that plot. But there's several plots where people are sent to an island. There's one with Steve. When they tried to make Steve Austin, the wrestler, a movie star, he made a movie with that plot that's actually pretty good. I forget the name of it. Hey, Chance, what's the name of the movie with Steve Austin where they all sent to an island? But it's basically Running Man. Did you guys see this trailer for the new Running Man?
Yeah,
it actually looks really good.
It's a good director. It's the Wright.
I'm not a big I'm not a big Edgar Wright guy.
I like it. I liked One Night in Soho. That didn't do well, but I liked that movie he did. But he also did the Sparks documentary, Edgar Wright.
Sparks is coming to Seattle.
Who?
This
Sparks is going to be at more theater.
That's a good movie, guys.
Sparks.
Oh, Sparks. Yeah, they're great. I've seen them a couple times. I don't need to see them again. But
Condemned with Steve Austin. That's a good movie. You should watch that. There's also a good movie. Oh, it's just in my head. Sorry, that's being old, and it just leaves. Comes and goes.
Where do you get old?
I'm old. I feel I'm old. I've lived a life.
A mind is a terrible thing to lose.
The movie's called Fighting Back with Tom Skerritt. That's a good movie. In fact, there's a scene in it I remember when the gang breaks into it. His family owns like a restaurant, and the gang goes in and grabs his mother, and she has a nice ring, and they can't get the ring off her finger. They cut her finger off.
I thought that was Death Wish. Okay. Or one of the
Is Mean Girls considered a revenge movie?
Which one?
Mean Girls?
No.
Okay.
The revenge movie is like a bred of the 70s. There were so many copycats of Death Wish. And they kept making that movie through the video age, through the 80s. There was the horror revenge movie of a girl being like raped and she finds all the killers. Okay. I Spit on Your Grave. There's so many of those.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think our president's in a revenge movie now.
There's a good one. What's the good one with the guy wears the motorcycle helmet and has a flamethrower? The Exterminator. That's a good. They made 3 of those. Those are good revenge movies. Man, Ricks, you need to stop while you're ahead. None of these movies are revenge movies. The Prestige is not a revenge movie. Man on Fire is not.
I like The Prestige, but that's not a revenge movie.
There's a term over the last 15, 20 years There's a genre of film called Geyser Teasers. Have you ever guys heard of this?
No.
So I think it was kind of started by Bruce Willis. So a Geyser Teaser is a movie that they make for like under $10 million. They find a big star. They pay him like $1 million for 2 days work. So I think Bruce Willis, like the last 20 movies he made before he stopped, was Geyser Teasers, where these action films, he'd come in, shoot all the scenes in 2 days.
You mean like that Stallone series of all the big stars?
No, well, actually, Stallone has made like 5 Geyser Teaser movies in the last couple years. John Travolta makes Geyser Teaser movies. There's
Stallone is the luckiest actor in the world.
No, he isn't.
He wrote Rocky.
Well, he's a good writer, but as an actor, I don't like the guy.
But here's the deal, Harry. Every successful actor is the luckiest actor in the world. It's so hard to become a famous actor making movies.
I did like his Rambo. Was it Rambo?
The first, the second. Rambo's the second one. The first one, First
I did
Blood.
like those.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's made a lot of shitty movies. If you watch that show Tulsa King, that's a good show. He acts really well.
Oh, I can't stand him in that.
I
like to listen to him talk.
Harry, you should change the name of your YouTube channel to Harry's a Hater. That's a better title.
Harry.
What do you like, Harry?
Yeah. What he likes
What do I
long
like?
walks on the beach, pina coladas.
He likes Bruce Springsteen bootlegs. He likes bootleg records. That
Do you
sound
like Michael Frank's Popsicle Toes?
I like that album.
Shut up, Mazzy.
Anything with toes.
I like that album. It's a light album, but it's kind of a hey, it's sure better than any Kenny G record. I'll put it that way.
That's not saying much. Come on, man.
Yeah, I like Popsicle Toes. I did. When it came out, it's kind of like Kenny Rankin records back then.
Popsicle Toes.
Remember Kenny Rankin records?
No. I see him a lot. Him and Mark Murphy are like these pseudo jazz kind of crooner guys.
Mark Murphy, I don't like Mark Murphy. Brooks and I have a big argument because Brooks took me to see Mark Murphy. I can't stand his voice, but he's a real jazz singer.
Isn't Mark Murphy a scatter?
Kind of, but he does sing. I just don't like his voice. And we saw him in Sausalito like in the 70s or 80s.
I'll tell you something, Harry, about the Naked Gun. Not to go back to it, and I'm not giving it away. But there's a scene. I think Pamela Anderson might come close to stealing the movie, but because of one scene. There's a scene where they're at a jazz club and she has to distract everybody because Leslie Nielsen's doing something, so she scat sings, and it's actually really funny. It's Pamela Anderson.
I love the fact that I love the fact they started banging during that movie.
Yeah.
Why most actors bang during the movie? I'm sorry.
Marty, the Commitments is great. Alan Parker's The Commitments is a great film.
Yeah, but Marty, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Right.
Please list either a revenge movie.
Revenge of the Nerds is great.
Wait a minute. Did the Commitments come out in 1974?
No, it's like 80s. It's an 80s.
Okay.
Revenge of the Nerds is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is not a revenge movie.
No. Kind of is.
What?
Well, it's a comedy. It's a comedy.
But isn't the name Revenge?
Exactly.
Revenge like a knot.
It's not called Comedy of the Nerds. It's called Revenge of the Nerds.
I did not see it, but actually last year Pamela Anderson came very close to getting an Oscar nomination for that last Showgirl movie.
I could not watch. I don't even want to watch that Demi Moore movie where she morphs or whatever happened. I can't watch that shit that she got nominated for.
I sent you guys this trailer? I think the first Oscar movie.
I saw that trailer. I don't understand why you sent it to us.
Because you like movies, and that movie's going to be nominated for multiple Oscars.
You think so? Oh, I do like that actress, though. The actress was the head of Sex Education, the British actress.
Well, that movie, it's the new James L. Brooks movie. He hasn't directed a movie in like 15 years.
And Albert Brooks is in it. What a coincidence.
Right. But it looks very similar to broadcast news.
She's great. I forgot her name, but she plays Madge or Marge? What's the main
Carrie, how
woman?
about Carrie.
The
Carrie's
main
the best.
woman in Sex Education, the British series.
Well, so this new James L. Brooks movie, I'll find the name. It has all his like ensemble.
Emma Mackey. Yes, thank you.
In fact, Julie Kavner has a pivotal role in the film, and I thought she had bad cancer, and I think she was very close to.
But she's sitting in a chair in every scene, and she's
right. But
she's like a narrator almost.
Narrator of the film.
Yeah,
I'm saying this right now as someone in the know.
Not Gillian Anderson.
They're releasing the movie on December 12th. That says everything. That's why it's an Oscar movie. They're releasing it December 12th.
I like that actress. She's the one that everyone started comparing her, that she looked a little like Barbie, and she's in Barbie. What's her name? You know, who played Barbie? The Aussie.
Barbie.
What's her name?
What's her name? The hot blonde chick.
Yeah, the hot blonde chick.
Well, Emma Mackey looks a lot like her. She's, in fact, they would compare when they first met, because she was she didn't have a big part in Barbie, but she
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah, she was one of the other Barbies in the movie, but not a big part.
Margot Robbie's one of those people where if she ever met me, she would not be able to really look at me or communicate with me because
she's a foot taller than you, Jim.
No, she would be intimidated by my masculine animal magnet.
And actually, if you came anywhere close to meeting her, her security would have dealt with you before she would even see you.
Chris,
but that's because she knows she couldn't handle
Chris,
it.
I saw Fantastic Four and I really liked it. I like Superman better, but just because they're in the same genre. But I liked Fantastic Four.
Hey guys, if you guys don't have Tubi, which is a free streaming service, they just have commercials.
I have
a small amount. That place has been getting good shit. So I watched 2 documentaries on Tubi. They seem to want to get all these kind of recent documentaries. If anyone's seen this movie called the Flight of the Navigator, which is a Disney movie that kind of came out in the 80s, there's this documentary about the making of that movie, but mainly the kid, because he became a huge drug addict, and he robbed a bank. That became a big news story. And then there's a documentary about the movie The Monster Squad.
Tubi.
Which is
Tubi.
We watch it.
There's a ton of music documentaries on Tubi too. So go there to watch that. But the one about the Monster Squad is awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, Eddie, Payback with Mel Gibson is excellent, and it's a remake of a.
Bring me back my son.
Hold on, that's Ransom. Shut up, Jim. So,
Ransom.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the
one
deal
with Chris Christopherson in it.
Right. Here's the deal about Payback. It is not a remake of the Lee Marvin movie. It's a version based on the book.
Well, then the other one is a remake. The other movie.
So the Payback. So here's something interesting about the Mel Gibson Payback movie. It was made by It was the first movie directed by Jonathan Hess-Lodge, who I think wrote Ransom. He was a good writer. So about 10 or 15 years after Payback, they allowed the director to release his version, which was 15 minutes shorter. It's a 90-minute. It has a different ending. Unfortunately for him, that's a worse version. The original Payback version is a kick-ass movie but his version of the film is not as good.
This brings up a good point. Who's more important, the director or the editor?
The editor. I mean, any director.
The editor can save a film.
Rob is talking. The editor, any director will tell you, a movie is made in editing. That's how a movie finds itself. So I even think a director would say the editor.
I think the best movie of Mel Gibson the last decade or 15 years, however long it's been, is The Gringo. The Gringo is a great movie.
I tested that movie, and it's funny. Mel Gibson didn't come to the screening, but his producer had him on the
That's
phone.
because you were there.
No, after the movie, we were given the results, and he was on the phone. And it was around that time where all those recordings were released with him and his girlfriend, and it's actually sounded the same. He was like, and I thought he was going to tell us that he would murder all of
At a
us.
test.
Through the roof. That movie.
The Gringo. Watch it on cable.
It's called Get the Gringo.
Get the Gringo.
It's a fucking awesome movie. In fact, Harry, the director, who's a Mexican Jewish dude, he directed the last Rambo movie, the one where Rambo comes back to the U.S. But there's another Mel.
Good too.
There's another Mel Gibson movie that he made sort of right after Get the Gringo called Something Father. That's awesome too. That's a good movie.
And Harry, the Gringo was never in the Beatles, so just don't even use that joke.
Okay.
Get the Gringo.
Okay.
Anybody ever see a movie called Barbarossa?
Yes.
I
Good
forgot,
movie.
but I have seen it.
Gary Busey,
Willie
and
Nelson,
Willie
Chris
Nelson.
Christopherson, I think.
You guys are like,
Can you listen? It's Willie Nelson and Gary Busey.
Gary
shut the
Busey,
fuck
that's
up,
right.
dude. Okay, I got a video coming out today, and it's really promoting some shit that Chad Kassem's putting out. So, yeah.
What is it? Preview, everyone.
I'm showcasing. I think it's a good release, even though I'm not getting everything. But the 75 chess, the chess reissues, the all analog chess records. I think that's great. I thought, and two of them I thought I fucking had. I don't have the same configuration, which is unfortunate. So I'm not chilling. I didn't get anything for free. I'm promoting or showcasing a series that's coming out that I love the music. It's all about the music. I have other versions of them. A couple of them I'll probably get At Last, the Etta James, and I'll get the
At Last is a very desirable album.
Yeah, but there's a great, I thought I had it, but I realized I have a 2 LP French LP that we used to sell in the store. And it's kind of like a best of, covers, has some stuff from At Last, and it has Tell Mama. It has some of the best stuff. And it's a French, obviously, pressing, but it sounds really good, called Peaches. And it's a double album by Etta James.
I don't get, I'm not Mazzy level, but I do get some Gravy Train records. And I got that new jazz dispensary title, the Cal Jader. That one is good. Yeah. I recommend
Analog October, exactly. You sent us your record, the last record you put out. It's not, shill is bullshit. It is. You want to get the word out, you send it to reviewers. Now YouTube is a thing. Yeah. We agree.
No, I don't think. I think making fun of Mazzy for being a shill is better than calling him a shill.
Oh, did you get it, Nick? Isn't that a great collection, Nick? Oh man,
Mazzy is a shill, though, right?
I know the people here are kidding, but it's gotten to be a running joke, and you got to. Sometimes I should just ignore it, but. Whatever.
I think you need to realize, Mazzy, you showing a record once is enough.
Well,
good pressing.
Okay. No, let me ask you this, Wax. You work in the movie business.
Yes.
Like, okay, a good example, we're talking about Leslie Nielsen and Pamela Anderson, right?
Yeah.
Did they only go on one talk show to promote that movie? No, they went on like 20.
The day you become Leslie Nielsen famous.
So if I go on the Jazz Bums and I go on the Wax, there's overlap, but there's different audiences.
Okay, you are no Liam Neeson, first of all.
There's also
and you're no Pamela Anderson.
So you just hit 1 million views, is that it?
11 million.
11 million
altogether.
That's pretty good.
I'll say this. I have no problem.
Good.
I will be the person who say I have no problem with someone getting a free record. I have no problem because it's free promotion for these companies. Marketing is marketing.
Yeah.
If Mazzy communicates to a certain audience, Jesus Christ.
I showed this on the Jazz Bums and on your thing, but I just want to reiterate because
I had
this
that.
is my favorite tone poet of the year so far.
That's a good record. I
I've
sold
never
mine
heard
with
it
the
before.
intention of I sold mine with the intention of getting that, but I'm waiting for one of the sales to happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't get free records.
It's a great record.
Well, you know what? Anybody that's complaining, if you get 11 million views, you'll get free records too. Okay.
All they need to do is start a video channel and start reviewing stuff. Get 11 million views.
Now, if I could get $1 per view, I'd be set.
Hey, Dan B, you're an idiot, and let me explain why you're an idiot. Leslie Nielsen has made one comedy. In fact, actually, I think he's been in a few, but stars in one comedy. Leslie Nielsen has starred in like 20 comedies, but there was a point in Leslie Nielsen's career where he was not in comedies. He was not seen as a funny guy.
Right. He was a straight actor.
He was a straight act. In fact, actually, the directors of the Naked Gun movies and Airplane will tell you they didn't think Leslie Nielsen was funny, even in person, naturally funny.
That's why he's funny.
He did what they told him to do. That's what they did. That's what he did.
And that's what's called acting.
What's the British guy again? I'm blanking on his name. Who did the original The Office? Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Wasn't Leslie Nielsen in one episode and he was hysterical in the episode? I think.
I don't think so.
Not of The Office, of like of
extras.
Extras.
Yeah.
Like Bowie was, and Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart was hysterical. You know, I could be naked with her, and we could. Patrick Stewart in that was so great. Extras, yeah, thanks.
But again, the whole principle of the Zucker brothers and
Steven,
the whole principle of their comedy was to do things straight and have the people they're just saying funny things.
Right.
Well, their brilliance too was on that first Airplane to hire all those TVB actors, you know, that were on all the Quinn Martin production TV shows. You recognize them. Some of you knew the name. Leslie Nielsen was never beyond those TV shows.
In most of the Don Knotts movies that he starred in, minus Tim, what's his face, Conway, all the actors around Don Knotts were doing it straight. It was Don Knotts being the idiot, and they were reacting.
Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Well, they were going to do at one point a remake with Jim Carrey, and they never did. They were
of what? Mr. Limpet?
Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Really?
Yeah, they've been trying to remake that movie for years.
Yeah. And it's time now with the way, you know, it's a
but
good
who
idea.
Would
it's
play
a good
the fish?
story.
The actual fish.
I wish it was
Stephen Schnee. There are jokes, but you know, there are only like 6 or 7 episodes of the original Police Squad show.
We had a viewing party at my apartment in the 80s, way before the Naked Gun movies came out, because two of my friends and myself were really into Police Squad, and they made 8 episodes, but they never showed the last episode on ABC. It was a summer replacement. Two. They never showed them, and I can't remember how we got them, but we got the final 2 episodes. So we had a viewing party of all the episodes at my apartment back at that time, and it was so funny because,
Reno 911.
When I saw Naked Gun in theaters, I was disappointed because one joke, they had this actor in the TV show where he would go to the shoe shine guy to get information.
Oh yeah.
And then they replicated that joke in the movie, but with a different actor. I thought
it was the same guy. No. The best part is when OJ he gets all banged up in that scene on the boat.
But I was watching clips from the 3rd Naked Gun movie, and they did a crying game joke. That was funny.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, the 3rd Naked Gun movie was directed by Peter Siegel, not the Zucker brothers. So, and then there are other people that made similar kind of movies that did it okay. Like the Scary Movie, the Wayans brothers did okay. And even one of the Zucker brothers made several. And the Abrams did the one with Charlie Sheen.
Hot
Hot Shots. They made two. He made two Hot Shots movie.
I like those.
He made a Mafia, Jane Austen's Mafia, which wasn't as good. And then the other Zucker brother,
Top Secret was good. Top Secret.
So one of the Zucker brothers is like a Trumpy guy, and he tried to. If you want to seek out this film, it's horrible. He made a conservative spoof film.
Rob, 10% of your audience here are Trumpies.
No, well, it doesn't matter. So I'm setting it up not in the negative context. I'm setting it up in the context that this guy, the Zucker brothers, Trumpy, he tried to make a Trumpy spoof film with Chris Farley's fat brother, who's an okay kind of funny guy.
Chris Farley is a fat brother.
He has two brothers. In fact, if you watched Happy Gilmore 2, there's an older guy who's in the alcoholics group. That's one of his brothers. He has two brothers that are actors. In fact, I'll tell you, his brother, who looks very similar to him, his fat brother, MTV did a spoof of boy bands TV show, and he was in it, and that was a funny show.
Bring up Roger's comment, please.
Yeah,
Taurus. No, that's not it.
I tried to click on it, and 5 people said, okay. So there's so many people who've made okay spoof films.
It's not bad. It's the brothers. Okay, what movies did they do? They did About a Boy. But then they got. So there's a TV show called Murderbot on Apple TV. That's what I'm going to refer to. I like Murderbot.
The Whites brothers. They did American Pie.
Yeah, I like. That's right.
What's
American
Murderbot about? I looked at it.
So here's the deal.
No, I mean I just saw the little.
So only half-hour episodes.
It's the future, and these teams of people that are surveying a planet. They have to have some type of security. So these are these drone robot type of android things, and it's from the perspective of one of them who goes rogue, like he has a conscience.
He doesn't want to kill anymore.
The show is okay. The show is okay, but the problem with the show is every other character is so not likable, and I don't know if it's done on purpose.
But it's kind of a little bit of a black comedy at times too.
Yeah,
it's not like
here's the problem. It's set up like a sitcom. Each episode's 30 minutes, and it really isn't enough time to tell each episode's story. I feel
it's not great, but I enjoyed it.
So I was getting back to a good spoof movie, and Harry derailed it and made me lose my thinking. I got to remember what movie I wanted to talk about.
Back it up. Rewind the.
I like the way the series.
Not my
ended.
mind. I didn't say what movie
the series ended, but yeah.
Kentucky Fried
okay,
Movie was
okay. Here's the deal. A pretty good spoof movie was the spoof of Loaded Weapon 1 with Emilio Estevez and what's his face from Quentin Tarantino movies. That's a good movie, and the writer of that movie, Gene Quintero, he wrote a lot of comedies like that. And then the guy Pat Proft, who wrote with the Zucker brothers, did that Wrongfully Accused movie, which was a spoof of The Fugitive with Leslie Nielsen. So
Leslie Nielsen was actually surprisingly good in Mr. Magoo.
A horribly testy movie, and I think that movie was a flop.
I liked it.
But you also like Michael Frank's Popsicle Toes.
You know who directed the Mr. Magoo movie? The Mr. Magoo
Warner
movie.
Brothers Records and Tapes.
The Mr. Magoo movie was directed by Stanley Tong, who did all these Jackie Chan movies.
There you go.
Okay, so this is good. So Amazon Women on the Moon was produced by the Zucker brothers and John Landis, and that was done in the style of Kentucky Fried Movie, which was the Zucker brothers' first film
with Buzzy Linhart.
That
Amazon running naked at the beginning.
Amazon Women on the Moon is good. That's a funny movie.
Okay, what about weird movies? I mean, movies that don't make sense, and I'm going to name one.
Okay,
The Swimmer.
Well, that's a cult film. You would call that.
Which one's the swimmer? Remind me what
The Swimmer was with Burt Lancaster. It was based on a It was based on a novel. It was made by a husband and wife team. It was sort of, but it's a cult film. It found its audience much later after.
What's the one
It
that
goes from swimming pool to swimming pool and back?
But it's one with Rock Hudson when he's bandaged.
Metaphor for something, but I don't know.
Rock
what.
Hudson when he's
fingers,
not fingers.
What is it called?
Blinded or something? Tell us. The Rock Hudson movie, Blanks. No, it's something like it's one word like that.
We talk stereo equipment.
Can you talk about it in a pool and swim around it?
Yeah.
Are you? If you're going to mention your Prima Luna amp, then we have nothing to talk about.
Seconds. That's seconds.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Nick.
looking at getting the tube amp myself. There's a fella that bought some records from me on the YouTube auction. He came to the house to pick them up, and he's selling a Black Ice F35 tube amp, which he's going to bring it to the house and let me check it out.
I think Patrick likes that stuff, Black Ice. He has
I don't think you should get anything with the word ice in it these days, Harry.
They're a very nice company. The guy who designs that stuff is the guy that designed
Jolien or something like that.
No, the Fosgometer, Jim Fosgate. He designed a lot of that Black Ice stuff.
Well, what does that thing? What does that thing do besides blow up elevators in movies?
This is a Fosgometer. It's an azimuth range meter. Azimuth is if your needle's going like that, it's not going to read correctly. If it's going like that, it's not going to read correctly. So you get your needle straight. That's azimuth. Or you get it to sound straight. And this measures it right here. It's fun.
So what you're saying is it has zero purpose whatsoever.
No. It'll dial your freaking stereo in like crazy. But you only need to do it once. Maybe twice.
Now I think you guys are doing a spoof of a YouTube stream talking about music.
Fosgometer. All right, I'm selling my reel to reel. I'm selling my Revox A77. If anyone wants a Revox A77,
how much does it go for?
I'll sell it to someone here for like $450. That's cheap.
I thought what are you gonna do with you've spent
is that
so
a 10-inch?
No, it will not play 10-inch. Oh no, it will play 10-inch, but it won't go to 15. It won't play 15 IPS. It's just 7.5.
Here's a new release that was just announced today. I think it's. Let me make sure.
Why does Mazzy get to derail the conversation?
Are you selling your reels?
I'm gonna sell off my reels. Yeah,
I'm interested, unless you just want to try to get top dollar.
No, there's one I want to get top dollar for. The rest I don't give a shit about.
I'm into. You should contact me then.
Okay.
With a list of what you've got.
All I have is an A77. I do not have.
Can I do an impression of negotiation with Harry for records and shit? The guy will go, "Yeah, I have these," and Harry will go, "Well, no one likes that album."
No, I'll go. I've only got $40 in my wallet.
Man, I don't
and
like.
Then you'll say, "I don't give a fuck what you got."
I went to a guy's house.
Hold on.
Threw me out.
All right, Matt. Hold on, Shill. Let me just make you big.
I don't have this. I'm just saying this is the Elvis Costello produced Pogues album, 40th anniversary, with the EP and B-sides and BBC stuff on the second. I'm a big Pogues fan, so this is the one that Elvis produced, the Pogues. It's coming out in the fall.
Actually, I won't say one of our own, but someone who's in the vinyl community has started a reissue label, and he announced it. More to come, but he announced it in the Jazz Bums Discord server. If anyone knows Watkin Brown, Chris, he announced. Let me see if I can pull it up. That he's reissuing a. I'm trying to find it. A Pepper Adams record at 45 that originally came out with Eddie Costa. Geez, let me try and find it.
Wait, 45 RPM?
Yeah.
Eh.
Calm down. Mazzy, you're supporting someone of the vinyl
I
community.
know, but I'm sorry. I know that's probably the only
Supporting
license.
Mazzy, you're supporting someone in the vinyl community.
I'm sure there's an audience. It's not me, but there's an audience for 45. We know. And I'm sure that's all the license. That's probably the only license he can get.
Mazzy, when you come out with your line of gym socks, we will support you. Until then,
this whole 45 thing, I think it's ridiculous. The marginal improvement you sometimes get.
All right, this is an album that has not had an audio.
I don't have to change the belt on my turntable, Dan.
I haven't even shown the album, and Mazzy is dissing this. Is this what you want from?
I will diss any 45 because I think it's unnecessary, personally.
I'm finding this right. Okay, thank you, Jeffrey Bernstein. I appreciate your help in this matter. I'm going to pull up. Jeffrey Bernstein just submitted. So this is his label. Let me.
Sorry, Jeffrey. I'm sorry, but I don't like 45s. So.
It's not. No, Jeffrey. I just said it was Chris. Watkin Brown.
But you're talking about
Jeffrey shared it.
Got it.
Mazzy is just on a spree of just insulting everyone today. Okay, so this is the label, Gamont. And here's the record they're putting out, the Pepper Adams Quintet. That originally
what label did that come out on originally?
Mazzy, let me finish talking. It was originally released on Mode Records, Bernie Grumman mastering, the Stoughton jacket. And here's the number one thing I'm commending Chris and the people involved in this reissue. And Mazzy will agree with this. They went to, in my mind, one of the best pressing plants in the country, and that's Gotta Groove Records. So mainly Gotta Groove does Real Gone's reissue pressing. They, to me, are one of the best.
Yeah.
So
Fidelity too is I think one of the best.
I think I will pick this up to support Chris, and this is an album I've seen originals of that I would look forward to.
What year is that? Like in the late 50s?
It's a 57. It says here.
Okay.
90. It comes out.
I'm sure it's going to be brilliant, and
it comes out in October. So
it has a big audience. There's an audience for that.
I would like everyone here to not be. Here's a good marketing campaign, and I'm starting it. Don't be like Mazzy. Support another person in the vinyl community and pre-order this record.
Why don't you start a thread?
Send me a free copy and I'll review it.
Start a thread about it on the Hoffman forums, or add it to a jazz thread on the.
I was not asked to help marketing. I'm doing my bit here.
I will Mark H. I will support it, but I won't buy it because I'm not. I'm purging almost as many 45s.
Hey, Chris, if you're watching this, Mazzy has relinquished his Gravy Train copy of the record. And all you Mazzy haters, and you know who you are, he just refuted a Gravy Train copy of this record.
So how long are you going to be in Chicago?
I'll be back Sunday night. So
you're there when you're there?
I'm going tomorrow morning.
Wednesday through
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
When does the thing start officially?
Well, the Beatle Fest is Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, but I won't be there for Sunday, so I'll be a day and a half at the Beatles Fest.
So, who are the guest speakers? Who's still around?
Not many people. The nerdy guy from I Want to Hold Your Hand, who does the Affleck voice.
What about Peter Asher?
I think he's going to be there. Yeah, but I'm more. Some of the people I'm going to meet, some friends, old friends, new friends. I'm on Thursday. We're going to do a meetup. Do some record stores and lunch and whatever, I used to go to Chicago every year for 20 years. So I know when you go to the merch rooms, if you see anybody selling the Harry Nilsson autographed 7-inch John Lennon related single, let me know. Okay.
And if I could give you something more specific that you could do for me, Mazzy. Hey, and Harry, whatever you do, don't text Mazzy to remind him.
Okay.
And also,
there's so many places to go to. Josh, thank you. I'm kind of letting them. I used to know restaurants and stuff, but I don't know. I'm going to let them pick because I'm kind of not the guest being paid guest, but whatever they decide on where they want to go. I'm not going to dictate. When I'm on my own, it's different. But
what's haven't been following people, but what's the general consensus on people's monobox? I knew there were a bunch of idiots in the Hoffman forums complaining about scratch records and such.
Well, Todd got it. Lost Mixtape. He had no issues at all. The White Album was coming apart, and he glued it back, and it's fixed.
That's mine.
That's for him. He had no issues.
What's the name of that glue? What's the name of that glue you recommend?
Elmer's.
As long as you get a pH balance glue. There's a glue stick version, I think, and there's a.
What's the brand name of that glue?
I forgot, but make sure it's just for paper, for archival. You want an archival glue that's not going to color.
Here's how I fix it. I take a little bit of flour and I mix it with water, and I make a little paste with it. Works great.
And then you put that over your breakouts on your wiener area.
I put that over my clam chowder.
Harry, you just said I'm making a roux. That's how you make a roux.
Here's a question I have. Now, I seem to be in the minority on the Hoffman forums about this. There's people, okay, there are some issues, I think, with the White Album that people saw that they look strange, but they don't affect the sound. If you have a record that looks strange and doesn't affect the sound, do you get all pissy and want to exchange it?
No,
I don't.
Okay, I said one copy of mine has a minor, tiny surface mark that does not affect the sound. I am done nothing about that.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, if it doesn't affect the sound, does that matter to people? I know they want it to be perfectly black or whatever. Yeah, in this case, they're black. But people go for the fucking splatter records, and you don't see anything. So does that really matter? I know you're paying a lot for the record, and I don't. They should be as clean as possible, but it's not an exact science, vinyl.
I don't want to breaking news, as Mazzy says. Breaking news. I just got an email that we have a reissue coming that they fucking reissue every year. We have a new Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas.
I knew it.
But it's the Zoetrope vinyl. You got Zoetrope vinyl there, Harry.
You should promote your friends.
How to make it work yet? They say
your friends put out.
It doesn't work.
Hold on, this is funny. They did put every goddamn reissue of this album that's come out over the last bunch of years here on this email. You got your black. You got your snowflake white. You got your green. You got your green with that color. Another snowflake color, gold, and then the CD.
Your friend has put out, Rob, I'm going to promote. I don't have it. And I don't, your friend put out an amazing box set, a massive box set. Your friend at Omnivore.
Okay. What is this?
It's Francois Hardy, the French pop singer. I think it's something like
that's for Record Store Day. They put out a 3-disc set.
No, this is like a 10.
Yeah. He told me about this.
I saw it. I saw it over the weekend at Silver Platters. It's like $300 something.
I think I'm getting a copy of that. Let me pull it up.
Which is great. I have all those records because Light in the Attic had put them out over the years. I guess that license ended, but they're fucking great records.
Well, actually, if I can explain this, Mazzy, they got the rights. They got the rights from this record to do this record. I think. Who did you say put it out?
Light in the Attic put them out individually.
Okay, so so Light in the Attic probably put it out because they got the rights from the American.
No, the French label.
Omnivore got these through the French label.
Yeah, that's what Light in the Attic did. But I think their thing expired. They were like 10 years ago or something. So.
Well, he says a lot about this is different, I think, but I'm not
sure it is. The Light in the Attic were gatefolds.
Now that's a record I'd look at while it played. That cover.
Yeah.
With holding one hand up.
Those are.
And wait, Harry, will you make a paste with flour and water? Let me reach out to my friend to see if I'm going to get a box of it.
I think Melinda did a video on that Zoetrope.
But we don't need any more. I mean, everyone, do you have all your Charlie Brown Christmas vinyl needs set?
No.
I think I have like 3 copies.
That's not enough. Simply not enough.
All right, I'm typing Brad right now. What's up with the Francis Hardy record?
Francois.
It's the box set.
Je m'appelle Chevrolet Coupe.
Is today August 5th? Today's August 5th, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
There's only how many shopping days? Shit,
Did you vote already, Mazzy?
Yeah.
17.
Today's the last day.
Yeah, I sent it in.
Now, I know Harry has that. I think I remember the George Harrison Zoetrope record came out last year. Didn't you buy that, Harry?
No, I didn't get the All Things Must Pass.
I have it. I have it.
Now, has anyone tried this and does it work? Do you see an image?
I can't make it work. They say you got to use your phone, but I have not.
I haven't tried it on that album. I've tried it on
haven't made it work.
Let me see here.
I'm waiting for them to do the little 3-inch records that go with the Beatles record player on Zoetrope.
It does come out for Record Store Day, so maybe there will be one in November.
Well, you know, I want the 2-inch record because
you have a 2-inch wiener.
That's twice my size.
It's amazing. I'm gonna give there's this misnomer about Jim. Just because he's a small guy doesn't mean he likes small things. In fact, it's quite the opposite.
But I don't.
Yeah, I was expecting more than that comment.
What? In fact, Jim has been in a pissed off mood since all the companies discontinued phone books because he has nothing to sit on when he drives his car.
Right.
I didn't try the mind games, Marcus.
Don't laugh. It's happening.
There's another one I have. I forgot which one I tried, and it was kind of cool. But I did it with my phone. I forgot what it was. I didn't do the mind games.
But isn't it funny, Mazzy? The marketing. You should do a video here. I'm going to challenge Mazzy. Here's a good topic for a video. Marketing gimmicks they have done to sell records.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially in recent memory.
Now that's different than promo items, right?
No, it's like shtick, like the
like
Zoetrope nonsense.
Like colored vinyl, exactly.
Is a Zoetrope record essentially a picture disc?
Yeah.
Good question.
So the audio
it must be
that great.
And at different frame rate, it's going to move.
Yeah.
There's a couple of records that have like liquid blood in them and stuff.
Yeah. And there was one with urine. There's one with urine.
Yeah.
I have
mine have a lot of urine
made one with beer.
I have a rare one that's
on top, right? Not inside.
Flaming Lipstick one with
Harry's
liquid.
next whatnot auction, he will auction off his own urine.
I've done things with
I actually have a whatnot auction today at 4:20.
Shut the front door.
Oh God!
And I'm doing rare 45, not rare, but hard to find 45s, more collectible stuff. Some Bowie picture discs, some Black Sabbath box set. It's going to be all 7-inch.
You know what pisses me off? Vinyl that is shaped in things.
Oh yeah, like hearts and shit.
Yeah, that's another marketing gimmick.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't bother me as much. I find that just sort of weird.
And different size, like the 3-inch.
I'm going to do it. Here's my imitation of the end of Mazzy's video that he does about marketing gimmicks.
It will be smoking.
There goes. And that's why I made this video on marketing gimmicks. I came up with the idea all on my own. No one helped me. Thank you. Goodbye.
Ooh, Terry Reid.
Who's Terry Reid? A wrestler?
I'll believe it when I hear it.
Terry Reid is the first choice for Led Zeppelin, and he said he doesn't want to do it. I didn't know he died.
Hold on.
Now.
If you watch any of my old episodes of Boom Boom series, it's nothing but those promo. Yes, but this is Mazzy we're talking about.
You
Schneid.
know, my sadness was Flaco Jimenez died last week, and the accordion player, played with Reissue for years, and the Texas Tornadoes, Tejano music.
Also, you know what was misreported last week, but I believe he was in bad health, and I think I saw that he's coming out of it, was Dave Edmonds. So a lot of people misreported he died last week.
Yeah, he's
He
sick.
did die. They had to bring him back. And they said he was in a coma.
What's up? Did Phil Collins?
Okay, our resident expert Mazzy has said he was from San Antonio.
Yeah, he's Tejano. Yeah, and Chris Strockwitz from Arhoolie Records introduced him to Reissue, and that's when Reissue brought that on for Chicken Skin Music, and then he did a bunch of records for Arhoolie, and of course Texas Tornadoes with Freddie Fender and Augie Myers and Sir Douglas or Doug Somm. Great stuff.
Yep.
You know what Ozzy's getting for Christmas this year, don't you?
Nothing.
Phil Collins.
Why?
Man, and if you want to hear more of some of that biting dead celebrity musician humor, Jim will be performing his act at the Burbank Airport Holiday Inn.
Very much. I love Texas Tornadoes. That's a great band, man.
You know
A
what?
lot of this stuff.
Scotty, what's the lead singer's name of the Mavericks? That guy. Is it? It's on the tip of
Not
my tongue.
Alejandro. What's the band
No.
Alejandro was in?
No,
The Nuns.
hold on.
Yeah,
Rank and File.
That guy, the Mavericks, but the lead singer of the Mavericks is
Raul.
Raul.
Yeah, Raul Malo.
Raul Malo. That dude is unsung. People
Got a great voice.
People should discover this dude. He has a great voice. He has one of those because aren't the Mavericks kind of alt country rock?
They're kind of like,
yeah. But that Raul Malo,
they do a lot of Spanish.
Hey, Stephen Schneid, that dude, didn't he do he did solo albums because I thought they broke up for a bit, but didn't he do like an opera record or something? Am I wrong about that? Raul Malo? Because his voice is just
Flaco played on a lot of big records too. I mean, he was a great. I think almost every time I saw Reissue, Flaco was there with him. Not all the time, but
I went to a fun show, Los Lobos and about 4 other bands, Mavericks. It was really good.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Hey, you know, the record store in Falls Church, Virginia, the CD seller.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best record stores in DC.
Great guy.
A 5-second walk across the street, there's a theater in Falls Church. And you know who's performing there over the weekend, Jim?
Who?
One of your favorite LA bands.
Not Los Lobos, but
Ozomatli?
Yeah,
Ozomatli was playing there.
I like that band. You say Ozo. Very cool. Yeah, they're rocking the house
in the DC area.
I think Raul's voice is kind of gone though due to the cancer.
Is Eating Raul a revenge movie?
No,
it's a black comedy.
Yeah, it's great.
I'll tell you another interesting band, Tito and the Tarantulas. Remember, you know those guys?
Yes, because Tito is an actor. He's in
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, but he's also
he has a bunch of songs in that movie.
If you watch the original Pee-wee's, that R-rated Pee-wee's, the comedy special was on HBO, he plays Hammy.
That guy.
Hey Jim, didn't Tito back Michael Franks on Art of Tea?
No, he backed him on Popsicle Toes.
Well, that's on Art of Tea.
Oh,
that's the name of the album. The song is called
Tito and the Tarantulas. Eddie, they are so fucking good.
Good morning, Tom Rashawn. or Tom Recchione.
Oh, Tito was in the plugs. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know,
I think Tito and the Trent, they were on the cusp of becoming big, but they didn't happen.
someday
right?
Tom Rashawn's going to come up here and spew out all this knowledge that we know he knows and he won't share with us publicly.
Jim was on the cusp of being big, but it
I
didn't
was,
happen.
but I stopped growing. I
Yes.
said no more.
Jim
have
was
a-
on. Hold on, Harry, you're partially right. Jim was on the cusp of replacing Mishu in the Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus, the tiny
true.
man.
Not true.
I
I have a normal sized, I would say, torso. It's just the leggage. The leggage. I'm the same size sitting up
Hey.
and standing up.
Jim was in the running to play E.T. in the movie.
Not true. Not true. That's so cruel.
I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry.
I'm not
So
that
you're not-
short. That's the thing.
here's the deal.
Actually,
You're not.
Jim
You're
was
not
in the
really.
running to play E.T., but he wasn't fast enough.
Okay.
People that have known me for 20 years refer to me as Rob's short little friend. It's
Hey,
terrible.
little buddy.
When they see us together, they come up and go, "The Waxed and you."
Wax, you brought your little friend with you.
He's not my little friend. He is my servant.
Now, I know I showed this. I don't think I showed this on your show, but I did briefly show it on the Jazz
Hold on.
Bums.
Well, I'm obligated to say this show.
But this audience knows this. No, I've seen a lot of people in the VC show this. I have not shown it yet on the VC except for on the Jazz Bums. But this is a wonderful reissue of the Soft Boys album. Soft Boys with Robin Hitchcock. Great record.
I have the CD of that.
Yeah, great record. Rob didn't know who Robin Hitchcock was, but
I know. Hey, here's the deal. I know who Robin Hitchcock was because he was popular during the 80s, or he was on alternative radio. The Egyptians, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. See, okay, you know him.
Right, because he had that. He sings like that Australian way of singing.
Except he's English, not
Yeah,
Australian.
but he sings like that.
Yeah, he sings very British, very kind of. He's really into kind of psychedelic pop. Obviously, Sid Barrett, Pink Floyd, and the Beatles, and Dylan. But this is an excellent reissue. I tell you, if you don't have this record, I didn't have the record.
Who put it out?
I don't know the label. I think he did it himself through Tiny Ghost Records. Could be his own thing, and got to make distribution deal. Yeah. Didn't I try to show that on the? Yeah, that's what I just said. I showed it on the fucking Jazz Bums with other thing. I know it's not jazz, so I did.
Hello, Frank.
And Rob pulled one of his assholeium things.
What did I? Oh, well, listen. Here's the problem with Mazzy. He doesn't see how useful I am to him, because if someone's bombarding you with hate, and you can stand there and perform, it makes you better.
11 million views, but it doesn't mean those 11 million views watched the whole video, probably. So.
Hey, listen, I don't want to break this, but Mazzy, there's a room full of chimpanzees with computers that are responsible for most of those
bots.
views.
You know,
I remember when Rob put up a
but
10-hour video.
I've never faked my subscribers. I've never faked my things. And here's what I did. This week I'm going away, right? And of course I'm going to shoot some footage, but I banked 3 videos that are posting today, tomorrow, and Friday already.
Oh, I thought you said you banged 3, and I was waiting to hear who they were.
I pre-record things and I schedule them. So I have 2 other videos after today coming out this week.
Hold on. Congratulate Mr. Sticker Mania. He has a million views. I haven't even looked. Let me look and see how many views I have. Let's see if I can pull that up.
I don't even want to know on mine. I don't make much. I don't have any information to put out there. I don't have any subject matter.
Overall, that's one period of time. I don't know what over my total amount of views are. Where do I see that?
right here. Go into your.
What's your biggest
You go
viewed?
into your, the app, right?
Yeah.
You click overview.
Yeah, I'm on there.
You click on that number which says views, and you can
Yeah.
scroll over to the right, lifetime.
What's your
Yeah.
most viewed video, Mazzy?
Top 10 albums of all time, 170,000 views.
Okay. All right. So I think people will be impressed by this for me because I could be better at doing my channel, which I am not. What would be your guess of my total lifetime views, Mazzy?
800.
1 million.
No, I'm not. What do you think I am, Mr. Sticker Mania?
250,000.
No, I think that's pretty good.
Oh, 500,000. Yeah.
Yeah, half
Okay.
a million.
Yeah.
But my most viewed,
Because you don't do a lot of videos.
I don't do a lot of videos. I just do the live streams. I think if things change, I'm always waiting. When things change for me, I'll dedicate more time to my channel.
How do you find out how many views you have?
Do you have the app on your phone? Okay, go to the app. All right. At the top of the app, it says overview. Click overview. You have that, Harry?
No.
Look, see this? The top of the app, it says trends, overview, content. Click overview.
Well, okay, but mine
Hold on,
doesn't
hold on,
look
let me-
like that page.
Okay, then never mind.
Hey, Leland, can I count on you as a troll view?
Okay, here are my top 5. Hold on a second. Content. Okay, my top 5 videos. Number 1. Oh no, that's no lifetime. I need to do lifetime. Hold on a second.
Hey, and can I say I'm
Harry's
going to start
fucking me over
doing
there.
this more. All you dorks who are not subscribed to me, hit the subscribe and also hit the like button on this video. Okay.
Okay.
Well, hold
Rob?
on. There's 160 people here watching. All of you hit the like button on this video because if you hate me, that's a form of like. You appreciate the hate, hit the thumbs up. Hey, and this guy, I doubt subscribed and hit the thumbs up. This guy right here.
It's all in the title because here.
Oh, I
Number
see.
1, 170,000 views, the top 10 albums of all time. Number 2 with 110,000, the best 60s San Francisco psychedelic albums. Number 3 with 105,000, the top 10 musical wankers ranked. And number 4, when did Eric Clapton become such a wanker at 195,000? And then 91,000, the best Rolling Stone albums ranked.
Interesting how people love top 10s and ranking.
People love ranking as much as they say, I'm beginning people. I've been doing a lot of San Francisco psychedelic stuff, and people say enough of that, but people watch those the most. So people like them. When did Dr. Robert show up? Has he been here all morning?
Oh, there he is. Hey.
Just hanging.
Hello, Doc. Welcome. Are you back in town still for a while? You are.
Yeah, I'm in Portland right now.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow morning again. Sorry, we couldn't meet up.
Yeah, it's just too much. I wanted to come to Seattle, but honestly, it's going to be hard for me to get up there. So
Yeah, well,
And-
you
and
know,
I know
you got
you're not going
time,
to be
eventually. So
Yeah.
when you going?
Hey.
You going back Saturday to Germany?
correct. Yeah. If I got back here Thursday, I leave Saturday.
Well, I hope our hearts are with you all.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sending good vibes.
How long?
Yeah.
How long are you going to be there for, Dr. Robert? This time
In Portland or in Germany?
in Germany?
So we'll probably be there through September by the look of things. So we're kind of right in the middle of her treatment regimen, and it's going to take another couple months, probably at least a month and a half, to kind of.
Now, when you go back, you're going to be in the same place, so it's not like you're going to go back to the same record stores you've been to again and again and again and again, right?
Well, it probably is like that.
Hey, do me a favor. I'm going to ask a favor of Dr. Robert.
Uh-huh.
When you're there, if you go to the jazz section, there's the German labels that I'm interested in, or the Enjas and the ECMs. If you see some, let me know.
Okay, well, send me if there's specific stuff. Send it. Text me, and I'm looking for Beatles bootlegs for Harry if I see any. So I got to say, the German record stores as a group, and I guess I've been in about 4 of them now in 3 different cities, and I think they're good. They're really good. They're they're well curated. They're the records they have are in really good shape. A lot of them are in nice cellophane sleeves, and they've got a lot of interesting records, and their prices are good. I just, and the shop owners are all.
What's the exchange rate there?
It's about $1.2 per
Are they euro?
Euros, yeah, per euro. It's about $1.2. So it's not quite 1-to-1, but it's kind of close.
I think there's a record store there. I don't know what city they're in. They're online. Is it HRR? I don't know if their brick and mortar locations are in Germany.
Right. I know
they're
that
pretty good online store.
Interesting. I don't know. I've only been in brick and mortar ones, but they all do sell online.
Well, if you could be in an online record store, it'd be a trick, and I'd like to know.
Yeah,
that would be better than any Mazzy video I've ever watched.
I'll work on
records in Berlin.
So we haven't been to Berlin, but I was in Stuttgart, and I bought a ton of records there. We saw Patti Smith play a concert, and then we've been staying in Heidelberg mostly, and I've been to one record store there twice, and then we were up in Frankfurt is where the airport is, and I went to a record store there that was really good. And so we saw Patti Smith a second time up in Cologne. So we've been doing some stuff.
Cool.
Do you want to hear the story of how I scored tickets for Patti Smith in Cologne?
Yes.
Did it involve it being up someone's rectum?
No. Would that be a plus or a negative to the story?
A huge, gigantic negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me guess. She threw her back out, and they said, "Is there a doctor in the room?" And
no,
you volunteered to shave her armpits.
Okay. No, but you guys got good imaginations. I've always credit. But actually in Portland here, I was driving on the bridge to my neighbor's house, a bridge here in town, and there was this hubbub on the side of the road on the sidewalk, and as these guys were straightening out like a lawn chair to try to make it into a stretcher is what it looked like, and sure enough there was this lady laying on the sidewalk that they were tending to. So I pulled over and got out, and it turned out she had broken her wrist, so it was an appropriate orthopedic injury, and they were debating. She's like, "I just want to go home." And I'm like, and her arm is like, her hand's like off the wrong angle.
This is in Germany.
In Portland, just the other day, and I said, no, you got to go to an emergency room and get that taken care of. And so they appreciated that. That's all I did was tell her that.
Why were they making a stretcher for someone with a broken wrist?
Well, she fell down hard, and apparently, and so they were going to carry her off, and she wasn't up to getting up and walking. So, at any rate, it was just one of those kind of serendipitous moments, where in the moment.
Her name was serendipitous.
Oh God, no.
So back to Patti Smith tickets.
Oh, so my wife. I didn't have tickets. We drove up to Cologne, and I didn't have yet tickets. And I'd kind of been online trying to get them and sort of never quite been able to. And then I thought, well, I'll just wait till the day of. And, on the day of, I could not buy them. They were not selling them online. And my wife was upset with me because she's like, why are we driving? We don't even know we have tickets. And I'm like, I never get shut out. I've never been shut out. We won't get shut out. So we get there, and people are milling around, and I asked some folks, from around there. I said, will there be like scalpers, people selling tickets? Oh yeah, probably. So they end up having this huge line, and a single file line more or less, and it just crosses the plaza. They're right out in front of the cathedral in Cologne, which is this huge plaza, and so. I'm walking the line, and I'm like, does anybody have an extra ticket? Anyone?
That's me, Dr. Robert.
Okay, thanks
you. For not silencing your phone, though.
I'm silencing it now to not interrupt my story. But So literally, I walk this line and nobody has tickets. And the only people I find are like other people that are looking for tickets. And finally, I see this table that kind of, people that are working professionally at the show are being let in, and they're being given wristbands instead of a paper ticket. And so I go up to that table and I say, I said, I'm going to go ahead and videotape parts of the show, and I'll be putting it up on Instagram and maybe on YouTube. And, does that get me in?
Yeah, I'm sure the artist loves that.
Yeah. Well, and I give the guy my ID badge, and he's like, he looks up the list of names, and he says, no, you are not listed. But he's under the name Hart. He's got a guy Hartz, Hartz, and I go, oh, I go, oh, that's my last name. And he goes, no, you are not him. I know him. You are not him. I said, well, that's still.
Why don't you say, do you know who Mazzy is? He's a friend of mine.
Yeah, there you go. So, but I said, it's still my name. And I said, thank you. And walked back. And so we're kind of getting worn out, and we cross the street to a bar, and I order a beer, and Susan's having something. And we can watch this whole line. And suddenly in the line, I see this guy kind of flash a ticket, like, got one for sale. I mean, that's what it looked like. So I literally ran back across the street. Sure enough, that guy has one ticket for sale. And so I got it for just about face value, a little less than face value, actually, but he was happy to sell it. I got one ticket, not two. So I walked the line again, and still no other tickets for sale. And now they've started the concert. The first song is playing, and I look over, and the table that was letting folks in with the wristbands is kind of disbanding, right? And so I walk up again to that guy, and I say, I just thought we had such a nice conversation previously. And he goes, I don't remember. And I said, well, listen, my wife is sitting over there. We drove up from Heidelberg today, which is like almost 3 hours. I said, I've got one ticket. She's battling cancer. We're trying to get into the concert. It would be
the cancer card you
I
used.
played the cancer card, but he says, well, would you pay? And I said, sure, I'll pay. So I pay him $70 face value. He gives me the wristband, and we're in. So we got in, we saw the end of the first song, and then saw the rest of the concert. We were like the last people to walk in, but it was a great show.
Where does a wristband get you to sit?
Well, good question. This was pretty much just general admission, so I didn't push it. Somebody told me that if you turned it inside out, that meant you could go backstage after the show, but I didn't try.
You're going to have all these vinyl people using the cancer card to get into shows from now on.
Dude. Well,
you didn't get anything signed?
Nothing signed, no.
I'm thinking of playing my cancer card to get Dr. Robert to tell better stories.
I thought that was a pretty good story,
That was a good story. There was no dead critters in that story.
I've never been shut out. I've always, if I want to get tickets to a show,
You've been shut out with autographs, but not with shows.
Definitely with autographs.
Yeah. Got it.
Yep.
I got shut out of one show. Led Zeppelin at the Forum. Couldn't get in. Could not get in, period.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You weren't tall. You didn't meet the height requirements?
Yeah, I couldn't get on the ride. Thank you. That was too easy.
Yeah,
I expect more from you, Harry.
Yes, exactly.
I would imagine, Dr. Robert, this is some sort of praise for you. Your stories are better. Your stories are better than Rick's. I would think that if we had a hierarchy of storytelling, Rick's, you're below Dr. Robert.
This is your assessment, Waxed?
Everything's my assessment.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, all right. I guess, I think this is a first. I'm trying to think. That was almost
that is very lame praise for you, Dr. Robert.
Yeah, it's certainly a lame compliment, but
see, I was even chilled in 77 or 78 when Zepp did their last two shows at Oakland. I got free tickets because my girlfriend worked for KSAN, and we got the radio record section. So those 2 nights, 2 days on the Green, where Peter Grant had his thugs start beating up on Bill Graham's thugs or son, Bill Graham's son. No, maybe it was Peter Grant's son. I forgot whose son it was.
Why?
Oh, there was a big old fight that happened, and they almost didn't play the second day because of that. And then, of course, after that, they canceled the rest of the tour because Robert Plant's son died, and they went back to England. That was their last American show ever.
Right.
Wait, what's the deal with his son dying?
I forgot how he died. Is Vance here? If someone knows.
Is he a young son?
Yeah. He didn't fall out a window like Clapton, but he died. I mean,
He didn't write a hit. He didn't write a hit song about it.
No, anytime a child dies, it's terrible. I mean, anybody dies, but
Oh my God.
Well, were you upset at the end of The Omen or No, Damien didn't die, did he?
No,
yeah, but then think about this. Remember, Omen 3, he becomes president. Talk about life imitating art.
Zep Mazzy is deferring to you to let us know how Robert Plant's son
How did
died.
Robert Plant's son die? I mean, anybody can look it up. So, but
that's why Trump has his hairstyle is cover up that little 666 tattoo on his back.
Okay, here's
virus.
quick with the answer. Yeah, I had an odd stomach virus.
Oh, that's too.
How old was he, Zep or Vance?
Young.
Oh, your friend then worked for Bill Graham then. Bill Graham, yeah. There was a lawsuit. In fact, didn't they put 2 of the members in jail? They came and arrested 2 of the people of the Zeppelin crew. And maybe the drummer was one of them. Maybe the drummer got arrested too. I don't remember. 5-year-old, yeah.
That's a shame.
Tragic.
Dr. Robert, this is a record that Uwe brought back from Germany, from communist Germany.
Hold on. I have to make you big.
Huh.
It's kind of like a greatest hits best of. He says it's pretty hard to find records from on Amiga over there.
Is that a bootleg? Or is
No.
Does that have Mulligan Tire on it?
Was that his band After Wings?
That is Wings.
I'm joking.
Oh, hey, does that have Mulligan Tire on it? Because that's the picture from the.
Yeah, it's a best of. It's got Another Day, My Love, Uncle Albert, Coming Up, getting London Town compilation. He brought back several Beatle related records from Germany for me.
Germany.
Well, here's the deal, Rix. They're collector. I would think out of anyone, Harry's the closest to a Beatles completist. So it's a collector's item.
And that is a tough thing. Beatles completist. Shit.
Yeah.
I would have to vote Harry over Mazzy. I think Harry has far more Beatles shit than Mazzy does, right?
He probably has.
We're close.
I think we have different kinds of stuff. I have a lot of bootlegs, but I don't have all the solo. I don't have a lot of solo Beatle bootlegs. So
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 12 cubes of Beatle related records.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got 3. I got 3 across and whatever.
What? Okay. Compete Harry.
I have about 1,000 Beatle related.
Compete Harry and Mazzy. What is the rarest Beatle item you have?
Well, probably a nice second state stereo Butcher.
Yeah.
Right.
Because my friend Brad, he's a Beatles dude too, and he has tchotchkes and stuff too that are.
I don't go for the memorabilia stuff.
Yeah, I don't either.
But you know what I do need is I need an introducing the Beatles with
the VJ.
No, the first pressing before they put P.S. I Love You on it.
Yeah, those are hard to sort out. I guess that makes it somewhat easier.
It's so confusing. I don't even know anymore what that's the hardest thing. I tried when I first started discogging. I'm still only 2/3 of my collection. We started with the Beatles during the pandemic, and we got through 10 records and said, "Fuck this shit." That's the hardest thing to discog is the Beatle records.
I do it though. I've got them all in there.
Hey, Vance, I'm just letting you know from personal experience. It's very disappointing when you meet your idols. That's all I'm saying.
Zappa threw me out.
What? Tell that story.
Well, he didn't throw me out.
He's
He
told
took
him
the
many
tape away.
times. It pretty much is exactly what he said. Zappa threw him out.
Go watch my video. It has 11 million views.
Get out.
There's so many variations. I mean, look, there's a blank back cover, there's an ad back cover, and then there's
Yeah,
all
I mean, it's
kinds
crazy.
of label variations.
Wait, show
I mean,
it again.
It's
that
just
a whole-
ridiculous the amount of variations there are on this
Show
album.
the one. Can you show the one with the ad? Can you show the one with the ad on the back?
Right there.
Is
Wait,
this a whole book dedicated to that record?
That's
No,
just a
but it
back.
covers it pretty.
Yeah, I
Pretty
have.
good.
Is that? Do you have the Bruce Spicer books?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Wait,
the
what's
Bruce-
the
I have
ad?
all the
Hold on,
Bruce
Harry. What's the one with the ad on the back cover?
Well, it's introducing the Beatles with an ad back.
Yeah, but what's the ad? I didn't get that. It's an
Yeah,
ad.
It's
For,
just all different records from VJ.
okay. So it's an ad for VJ.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have never seen that.
No, I've never seen one either, not in person.
Yeah.
Frank's probably seen them.
How much does that go for?
Oh my God, thousands and thousands.
Really?
Yeah, they're rare. The blank back is really rare too.
Never seen a blank back, but I have seen ad backs.
And then VJ, they repressed them with this Jolly What Frank Ifield stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, VJ they put the same record out with multiple covers.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Sticker Mania says one sold for almost $8,000.
Yeah.
Woo. Schnikes.
Like here's one I've never even seen in person.
Hold on. I got it. This is a lot of work you're putting me through.
I don't even know what this is yet.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I've never seen one.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And they sold the shit out of those Beatles.
This
Just
is
did.
VJ. It's the greatest songs of the Beatles with the Beatles on the cover, but sung by the Mersey Boys. But yet they
Right.
make it look
Awesome.
like it's the Beatles.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
That's kind of like the Beatle Beat, that the Bugs album. I mean, it's
Yeah.
that type of thing.
There they did another same record again with
I
this
have
cover.
that's one with Frank Ifield, right?
I've got the
I have that
original Four Seasons with the poster.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, if you're a Beatle collector, you'll never complete ever.
Yeah, I stopped years ago, like diving into it. But I was picking stuff up just from different covers and that kind of stuff. I don't know
It gives me
anyone.
something to look for at
Is
record
there the rarest of the rarest Beatle records? Is there one thing that people know?
Sticker Mania would know more than
Mr. Sticker Mania, what is the rarest Beatle record there is?
Well, I think the VJ 498 with the Beatles with 2 T's in it is really rare.
There's that
That's a
copy
number.
of Sgt. Pepper that all 4 Beatles signed at the Brian Epstein party. The
Yes,
press.
that's
Then,
only one.
then there's the
record,
Sgt.
though, right?
Pepper that Capitol put out for executives that have their faces on the cover. That's really
yeah.
rare.
There's the Ed Sullivan wall that they drew.
Canadian
Hey,
Butcher
hey,
is
Jim, can
I
you
think there's
listen?
only
We're
one
talking about
copy.
records, not memorabilia.
Not architecture. Shit.
We're talking about
Yeah, Rudy records are common.
the one Beatles, the rarest of the rarest Beatles records.
How about Ringo's White Album? 00001, whatever it was.
A lot of money.
Didn't that sell recently in the last few years?
Yeah, but here's the deal. That's one particular record. I'm talking about
An
something
issued
that was
record.
released. Something
Yeah.
that was released.
I was at the Livingston's is a great story because I was at that Beatle Fest in LA, and Alan Livingston was a president in the 60s of Capitol, and apparently he put 2 boxes of Yesterday and Today in his closet, one stereo, one mono. Guy shows up with a box. I forgot all the details at the Beetle Fest.
Right.
And this is when at the Bonaventure, the Beetle Fest was when the dealer room was big.
Is this the 80s? Is this the 80s?
I think so. I was at it. Yeah.
How much was he selling the copies for?
Like a couple thousand, maybe. I mean, I don't remember all the details, but people didn't believe it at first. I mean, guy shows up, think it's a phony thing, and then they bought those copies. So basically, they were sealed copies before they did the paste overs. They were in shrink, in a box, like a box of 25. So he probably had 50 copies, one of each. After he died, I guess his son found it in there. You can Google Livingston butcher covers.
Okay.
Will do.
Okay, he
Damn
was selling
beat.
2,500 for stereo and 1,500 for mono. Interesting.
I have the worst butcher. My butcher is so bad. I was offered $90 for it.
I have
here's some of those Ed Rudy records. The hardest one for me is the Ed Rudy that came with the magazine, and you've got to have the proper magazine that came with it.
I don't have the magazine. I have the Ed. I have,
and
two
you can
copies
tell
of the Ed
because
Rudy.
there's no price on it. The one they sold in the newsstands has 35 cents on it, but the ones that came with the record.
So that one is more like Record Collector News because it's free.
And if you see the cover, it'll fit right over, just right to make it fit around the text.
That's
Very
So
cool.
then he also did this one. And then he did a Rolling Stones one, but I don't have it. But he did, this is a sealed one he did for Dave Clark 5.
So Harry, why do they call it the Butcher Block album? There's no Butcher Block on the cover.
Yeah, I know. And then this is autographed by Ed. And then I've got one of the Beatles one autographed.
Ed Rudy. What a weird. I mean, there was a bunch of weird interview. Remember the David wig in the 70s, the black import?
And then there's ones where there's a different picture on the back. So I've got both.
Ed Rudy,
of
great.
That is a good.
like different.
Ed Rudy.
And there's no Beatles on it. There's nothing on it.
It's an
there's
interview. Don't
absolutely
they
no
interview
Beatles
fans?
on it.
Isn't it interviewing fans or something?
Yeah, just hearing screaming and
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Who are you talking about?
But Harry,
I've never poo-pooed Beatles talk. I've made fun of people, but I make fun of people for everything.
Gary Hine is one of the premier Beatle collectors out there. I've sold him stuff in the past. Gary Hine, Perry Cox, and now Frank. Those are some of the big names in the
Did
Beatles.
Ed Rudy ever put
Who's
out
the
an
second
interview?
guy?
Huh?
What?
Who was the second guy on your list?
Perry
Ed
Cox.
Rudy?
Perry
Oh,
Cox.
Perry Cox.
Perry
He's the
D.
guy that
Cox.
authorizes
He puts
the
out.
autograph.
This is his book here.
Yeah,
I thought you said Harry.
This is the guide. It needs to be updated badly.
Well, we have the internet now, Harry.
No, but you still want the book because you get much more detail.
Yeah. Chris, that's good. You forgot morons.
Listen here. I can't think of one particular band that I will outlaw talking about. It's more about stupid behavior that I'm about. I mean, I bought the Beatles box. Why would I outlaw Beatles talk? That makes no sense.
Have you listened to any of it, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went out of town for 10 days, but I did listen to 3 of the records.
Did you
Graham just did a nice video on the Help song.
did you take a portable record player, Wax?
I'm not that stupid, Dr. Robert. Dr. Robert, here's the deal. As someone who sells records, if the record, like I was at CD Seller, there were 2 records I was contemplating buying, and they had listening stations, so I was able to listen to them there. But I just stream music. I
Johnny,
mean, if I want to listen to music for enjoyment, typically I'll just stream it. And I buy a lot of CDs. I ripped a lot of CDs I had that were not streamable and put them on my phone and listen to them on my trip.
So long, Chuck D. See you guys in Chicago.
I went back. I did not see Chuck T. I went back to the DC area. He lives in Maryland, but I think he's a Baltimorean. So
Perry Cox lives in, I think, Phoenix, so he's probably close by to the in-groove.
well, we're coming up on ending, but we still have about 4 minutes.
All right.
When are you
We need
leaving
a
again?
medical minute.
Tomorrow
you leaving?
morning.
Oh, you're not
talking about
Dr.
Bob.
Robert.
Sorry,
Everyone knows
sorry.
all the. Hey, Zep, can you do us all a favor? And I'm speaking for everyone in the peanut gallery and on screen.
That's it.
Can you warn the local authorities in Chicago that Mazzy will be arriving?
Yeah.
Hey, let me hype my whatnot one more time.
Oh yeah.
4:20 this afternoon.
4:20. Wow.
Today,
What
that's
time is it?
Pacific time.
4:20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do one a month or so. I did 25 records.
I'm going to try to do one a week.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'll put records aside to do one, but I know when I do one, I can't put like major records in it because I have to build an audience there.
Well, let me tell you something, Rob.
Yeah.
It took me an hour to do a whatnot.
Yeah.
Within an hour, I had all the records packed and ready to ship.
Yeah.
That's how fast and easy it is.
Okay. I'm letting you know that as an experienced doer of that, it's not, that's the least amount of effort I feel when I'm boxing up records. So my concern is being able to sell records for a good price on whatnot. That's my concern.
Well, you can put minimums.
Start them at a good price then. Start them at where you're willing to sell it at.
I don't want to turn people off though,
Well,
Is Chris a juggler? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Chris from Record Talk. Who's
Yeah,
Sean?
it's funny. Half of my orders arrived already. I mailed them out. When I do the auction, what day was mine? Thursday. I
Same.
mailed everything out Friday, and half of them got there by last night.
Same for me.
Yeah,
I think it depends. Obviously, it depends where people live. But here's a weird one: like if Big Ian's around, Big Ian, I would have to think lives not in a remote area, but not easily accessible. That dude, one time I mailed a record, he got it in 2 days. It's like on the East Coast in the North somewhere he is.
30% of the people that bought from me last week never bought from me before. So 30% were brand new people that found it through, just whatnot vinyl. So
I'll think about in the next couple months.
I'm going to follow you, Joe. What's your whatnot seller ID?
Nice.
And you
Mine
can
is
do,
the Terry's
it's a different kind of community. You can do your shtick. You could, I go on 15 minutes before I start because I just kind of log on because it takes a while to get the groove down on it. And so I'll like chat with the people, get my shit together for 15 minutes before the scheduled time. And then I simulcast it on YouTube. You can't buy on YouTube. And then after I delete it from YouTube. I don't need that video up on YouTube on my channel.
Okay. I have some breaking news. So I just have information from Omnivore about this Francois Hardy box. They're also releasing them individually, the records. So, and also they're putting them out on CDs. But the box, also promo button on the side, review the breakout. Okay. So I might get a box or I might just get all the breakout LPs. So people rest assured, if you're even remotely interested in the box, which is expensive, they're releasing all the records individually.
And CDs. Those are great records, all of them.
They did the same thing for the Art Pepper Artist House box that they put out. They released all those records individually. Okay, information I'm spreading, but I'm sure Mazzy will get them too. He'll show them.
Well,
I think Harry's in the midst of showing almost everything in his room right now.
I'm just showing records, 45s that I'm going to have at the auction. These are acetate, bootleg, 7-inch.
Wow.
But there's some interesting stuff. I try not to do common shit.
Okay, guys, we are seconds away. Come back on Thursday. We'll have more to talk about. Safe travels to Mazzy. And then
safe travels, Doc.
Safe travels, Doc. Safe travels, Mazzy.
maybe we'll see Doc on Thursday. Maybe
Ciao,
the
everybody.
doctor will run into a bunch of people who need some sort of assistance and reward him with some sort of concert tickets. But we'll see what happens.
Harry's Music Room Auctions.
All right,
All
everyone.
right.
Take care and have a good day today. All right. Bye.
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 Come on, we're going to end. I promise. Let's see what happens.